Welcome, everyone. This is a very special stream. We don't normally do this on Tuesday nights, but I had the opportunity, and I'm not going to be doing Rampage this week. So welcome to NXT, the watch party, the watch along, whatever you want to call it. It is here all episode long. We got a lot of fun stuff planned for you, and it all really revolves around you. So thanks for joining. Hit the chats, the comments all episode long. We got a lot of stuff planned. We got news and rumors coming up during the commercial breaks. We got your comments during the entire stream of NXT as it starts up on USA right now. Also during the commercial breaks, we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We have 2 viewer requested segments from Noob and Fat Laces. We're going to get to those 10 things that we can fix in the WWE's women's division, and also 5 good and 5 bad part-timers that could come back. We'll touch on that. We have 3 rounds of trivia. 3 rounds. I'm excited for it. I'll get the belt in a bit, but you can be tonight's champ. 3 rounds of trivia. One of them revolves around you. The second round, you will ask me a question, and if you get the answer right, or whoever does gets points. And again, we're going to be booking the draft, the WWE draft for the NXT roster. We will go into that whole roster page. Just gonna have some fun with it. That's all. NXT starting up right now. Are you excited for it? Are you ready for NXT? Noob, how are you doing? Your viewer segment is coming up, Noob, later on in the program. I hope you're doing well, but 10 things that we can improve on in the women's division, courtesy of Noob right there. Excited for that one. Is this last week or is this like live right now? Sorry, I was doing the intro. Booker T. I know this is a fight tonight, but all right, here we go. This is the tag match going on right now. I hope you're excited for it. The crowd's lit tonight. This is awesome. Live NXT. Tag titles on the line here. You have Gallus, the Creed brothers, and the Dyad. The Dyad needs a little work, I gotta say. How often do you watch NXT? Do you usually watch it every week? I try to watch it every week, obviously, for the show and to know what's going on, but I usually don't get to watch it live. I usually get spoilers here, as the Creed brothers, nice little move there. I usually get spoilers and such, which I'm not too big on, really. NXT is more of a fun watch for me. It's not it's not something that the spoilers are that big of a deal. But I'm excited to do the draft with you guys. Find out what you think should happen with the NXT roster. Apparently, Triple H has carte blanche to do whatever. He can move people around from anywhere. He can break up tag teams. He can break up factions. He can switch gimmicks up completely. The Dyad might not even be the Dyad after this. The Grizzly Young Vets might come back. Maybe that's why they stuck around and did not ask for their release. He can change a whole lot of stuff going on, and I'm very excited for what Triple H can do internally in WWE after the draft, or once the draft starts. That is officially in WWE, what they're going to be calling the Triple H era, because all the housekeeping from the Vince stuff is out the window. Rampage is in the mud, but its ratings are really good. It was like in the 600s, so that's the highest Rampage rating in months. It's not like a great sign for the third show that they're going to do, but we'll see. But no Rampage this week. I will be doing a live red carpet for Attack of the Dock about G4 and Attack of the Show. I'm very excited for that. Q&A with Chris Gore. How's your week going? Your week going okay, Noob? Mine's okay. Nothing special, except for this special Tuesday night. Thanks for joining. What is your favorite show, too? If you got a favorite wrestling show, what is it? I don't have reels. I don't have access to Impact. I can't really sit through a full Power episode. So I do stick to the basics. I know it is very American on what I watch and very whatever. But I did watch MLW when it was on YouTube, when it was live, and now it went back to reels. And pretty soon it's going to go back to MLW Fusion coming up again, so I don't think they're sticking around with real. So keep an eye on MLW. The real one, not a part of them anymore. He could go back to being with Big Bill in AEW. Booker T, oh shucky ducky. Booker T, such a nice touch on NXT. Vic Joseph keeps everything moving, but Booker T, man, he adds the flavor. Come on, Gallus. Who do you think is going to win this? I don't think Gallus is dropping those titles. I do think the Dyad's getting split up. I do think Triple H feels The Rock's daughter deserves better. And no open window tonight. I just shine so bright, and I got to watch that shine for you guys at home. Oh, can he get it up? That's hurting the back right there. I think that hurt Creed's back more than it did the other guys. Fowler. If it was for a gimmick and it was in the WWE, would you shave your head? I will take no offense, especially if you have beautiful hair. I don't risk it. Don't do it for a gimmick, especially a dyad gimmick. Look at Booker T gets so into it. Sometimes on NXT he can get a little. He winds down as a long show, so I know he couldn't do a Monday Night Raw. Oh, almost. The game, Triple H. Who are you expecting? No special NXT stream tonight. I got free, so why not? Especially since I'm not gonna be around Friday night or Saturday night. I know Rampage is on Saturday night, but I'm not messing around Saturday night. Hope you're doing well, Triple H. Got a lot of stuff. Again, 3 rounds of trivia. I got wrestling questions. I got your questions that I'll answer that you'll get points for. And then I have pop culture questions. We're going to talk about things that can be fixed with the women's division in WWE. Triple H. We're going to be drafting the NXT roster. One of these commercial breaks. Not the whole thing because that's a lot, but we'll run through their roster. Good to hear, Trips. Always love seeing you. Is it a trivia question? If it's a trivia question, we can save it for a little bit. But if it's a general question, let's go. They're going to picture-in-picture right now. Kevin Hart. All right, trivia question. I'll let you know when we're going to do it. It'll be after we do at least one round of trivia. And Triple H, you can ask as many questions as you want. It's a free-for-all during that. I don't have a set amount, so I just have 5 for the first round and 5 for the third round. How do you cash back Kevin Hart? Do you think when Kevin Hart goes and cashes a check at Chase, he's like trying to get the pen but can't get it? All right, I don't know how long this commercial break is, but I'll get into some news and rumors at the next commercial break as I watch someone blow their nose. You watching anything this weekend? Anyone out there? If you're watching anything, let me know. Television show, movie. I don't know how much NXT is going to change because I know that they need the structure in it. So after the draft, I don't feel too many people are going to move up or down. Again, like we talked about on the show, I would put Dana Brooke in NXT and not repackage her, but just refresh her. I think Vince didn't know what to do with her because she did work in NXT. So Paxlovid. Catch something just watching this commercial. Better sanitize that game controller. So, okay, there is no picture-in-picture. I'm watching it on the USA app. If there's anything fun going on, let me know. I just get the commercials. I don't get the picture-in-picture. And let me know your views of the Super Mario movie. Knock loved it. He had a blast. That thing's still racking up numbers. Commercial breaks between NXT without picture in picture is a little rough. I'll say for a streaming sake. I don't really want to comment on Ben Affleck ordering Dunkin' Donuts. Was it just Dunkin' now? It's just Dunkin'. They got rid of the donuts. He swings up and down with his Boston accent. He said departed. Does he really go to Dunkin'? I'm sure he's got like a nice Keurig or something at home. Celsius, another alcoholic seltzer. All right, a commercial for Raw during NXT. Did you watch Raw last night? Did you like Raw? I had a good time with Raw. It is a little long. That third hour, even if it's a good Raw, the third hour really kills it. Trish Stratus's promo was great. I love that. She didn't flinch. That was a long promo. She did it in one take. I got to give her credit for that. She survived a what chant? The best way to survive a whiny child like a group of people like that is to just ignore them. All right, we're back to the action here. I know you guys had the picture in picture. So anyone can be pinned and the titles will change hands. Is there always there's always one person from each team in the ring at a time. Ivy now could turn on the Creed brothers tonight. Ivy now just needs something. Diamond Mine is what it is. Still see some of the same people every week in the crowd here. I don't think they should do full tours in NXT. I do think that when they do tours, because they do, they should try to do some of those for NXT taping, so it's not always the same. He's doing two at once. So their whole thing is like they're really technical wrestlers, but his whole thing is a smash. That's funny. He said Gorilla Glue, not just regular glue, Gorilla Glue that's keeping it together. Okay, almost had a double pin. Did you watch Gallus in NXT UK? I did. I did like them in there. They don't really translate well to a US crowd. I don't know what it is. The whole thing about them doing a almost like a pub crawl with other teams doesn't really work with me either, especially when you see Gallus from another country drinking crappy light beer. Doesn't hold up. Everyone going into the steps. Is Ava Rain even outside? Is she by the ringside? Yeah, she is. Okay. Joe Gacy, how'd you repackage him? Like I would totally repackage him into something not like a creepy cult thing anymore. That didn't really work. Pre-trivia question from the game, Triple H. Who was the female WWE superstar whose entrance song was "Bad Reputation"? Isn't that Ronda Rousey's? I do believe it is. Hit the comments. Answer that question from Triple H, the game. I do believe that's Ronda Rousey. Joan Jett and the Heartbreakers. Blackhawks. Fix me on that one. All right. I got it. This can go on like all show too, by the way. We got a 2-hour stream. This isn't like the hour-long rampage. If you got random things you want to just put out there, ooh, I get a point. Maybe I'll be the champ tonight. I gotta get the belt too. I'll get the belt in a second here. Ivy Nile versus Ava Rain. Ooh. I do think that was planned. Ooh, the Brutus ball bomb. Oh, you know what could happen here now? The Creeds could turn heel because Ivy Nile cost them the championship. We're at the 15-minute point. 2, 3. That is it. A Creed got pinned. Ivy Nile distracted. I do think the Creed brothers are turning. This is all culminating for a shift in the draft, which we are going to do in a bit. She's been consoled by Ava Rain. Maybe Ivy Nile just goes with them. I don't want this group around anymore. What is this outfit? Looks like he can't wait for the new Oasis album. Speaking of Oasis, Noam Dar will be out tonight. You get to see something from Noam Dar. Let's see right here. I do believe this is oh yeah, he just kind of hit with the hand. So we're just gonna go through. I'll bring it up in a little bit here. I don't have like a slide or anything set up for it. We're just gonna go through the WWE website on NXT roster, and we're just gonna go through each person if we think they should go to Raw, SmackDown, stay in NXT, or get future endeavored by the game. All right, Gallus wins. Joe Gacy seems to be pleased. Maybe because Ivy Nile might be in there. All right, it's Dijak. Jeez, Dijak. Oh, you're going off with two main roster guys who got brought back down to NXT, going to start a feud. Dijak. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. Trips. Let me get some inside information on how you are booking the draft. It's about a week and a half away. It's Mr. All Power. Thanks for joining. All of you, thanks for joining on a nice Tuesday. It is a beautiful 62 here in Hollywood, but this is going up into the 70s tomorrow. Noam Dar promo right now. Did you see the NBA player that used a wrestling stomp in the game? I didn't. I saw a headline, but I didn't see it. Was it bad? All right. The Trips is busy. He's a busy man. Trips will be back. He's got a phone call. He'll be back. We'll hold off on the draft. Noam Dar does have a match tonight. We'll get to that. Two-time Heritage Cup champion. I saw the one. A lot of the NXT UK stuff towards the end I didn't really get to see. I did like it when it was on the network about 4 years ago. All right, let's get into some news and rumors. And if anybody has any news and rumors, feel free to shout them out. But we'll get to it right now. I don't have too much. It is early in the week. We just did the show on on Sunday, and then I did the stream on Friday, so not too much in news and rumors. Let's see what we got, huh? The Backlash pay-per-view PLE is shaping up a little bit. We got two matches. Either one of these could headline, but I think Knox said it, man. You go Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega in Puerto Rico. Let me know what you think of Backlash. Are you going to get excited for this? May 6th, it is coming up just in a few weeks here, about a week after the draft, I do believe, or the week of the draft. Either way, I'm excited. Cody and Brock, I kind of somehow think it should end in a no contest, but who knows? All right, for video games, if you played Hogwarts Legacy like I am, it is very fun, but there is absolutely no Quidditch. That is because there is another game from Portkey Games being made called Quidditch Champions. It's going to be all Quidditch. It's going to be very multiplayer. And if you you look it up right now, I do not have the link, but you can do the beta. You can sign up for the beta. It's going to be a 2-day beta. You can sign up for Quidditch Championships. Let's go back to Backlash really quick here. I think this could end in a no contest, Mr. All Power. I know it's a bullshit thing, but if it's a nice no contest where it ends, let's just say an even 10 minutes. They'll have a lot more for it. But if they have an even 10 minutes, if you have this end in a disqualification at the 5-minute mark, and then you have a full 5 minutes of antics, I know you can't do like the SummerSlam spot with lifting the ring, but if you do that, I think you can do where both people look strong afterwards. Yeah, Rhea deserves some main events. She deserves something. She's good on Monday Night Raw this week. So, And the game is back. But yeah, Quidditch Championship. There was a Quidditch game out there for the PlayStation 2, I do believe. God, this looks like an old SNES game, but this was the PlayStation 2, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. It's out there, but the new one's coming. It should be out, I think, this summer or fall. I don't think they gave a date, but also Robble Robble, the Hamburglar's coming back to promote the new McDonald's hamburgers. Yes, I do have a McDonald's question in trivia. They have new buns, new meat recipe, and like something else. So new McDonald's stuff. If you are a McDonald's connoisseur, yeah, McDonald's is actually pretty expensive. Last time I got a McDonald's meal here, it was like damn near $20. But all right, Hamburglar, new formulas, fluffier buns. Are you loving it? All right, Yellowstone is supposedly ending when they start up the second half of season 5 filming. There's stuff between the showrunner and Kevin Costner. A lot of people are saying the showrunner got a big ego because he's trying to make it in Hollywood for a while, and he struck gold with Yellowstone and has multiple deals with Paramount. There's the Jeremy Renner show. There's Yellowstone spinoffs, but apparently it looks like the end of Yellowstone is near. But fear not. If you're a Yellowstone fan like I am, it's just a fun show. A lot of people say it's bad people. Of course it's bad people. It's like The Sopranos or Seinfeld. It's bad people, but we just kind of get to know them. Fear not. Yellowstone can continue. Why? Because of Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw gave us everything that we need with Cowboys for Yellowstone. And you know what? Mickey James can join in on the fun as well. That is all I do believe I have for news and rumors. It is time for Nathan Frazier's segment here, which is brand new. They're giving him a talk show, a wrestler, a bell-to-bell wrestler. They're giving a talk show. If I had a cup of coffee, I'd be doing exactly what Nathan Frazier's doing. Do you know about Nathan Frazier outside of what he's been doing in NXT and NXT UK? Does he have a personality for this? Does it work? Maybe he wanted to do this? I think Trisha's looking great. Does a great promo. That's a veteran. That's a veteran. That is a great part timer. We'll get into 5 good part time returns that can happen and 5 bad ones. So keep those in mind. What you drinking? You know who's unimportant? JD and his opinions. That's what's unimportant. He always looks like he's happy that he farted. Like I can't even get the face right for it. And proceeded to set and let me pull it up. Seen him wrestle in AEW once, and that was it. Okay, so he did wrestle in AEW. Maybe Seth. I think Seth is going to take the title off Roman, but I don't think so. She could. She could. Heel Trish. I think so. What did you think about this? So he calls it enlightening, but it's called hard hitting home truths with Nathan Frazier. If he goes harder and is more of a heel, I think this could work. Let me know what you think about that in the chat. Did it work for Nathan Frazier? Is it the wrong move for him? It's a little iffy right now. Let's get into Noam Dar bringing the Heritage Cup. Oh, he's got little ponytails in the back. He's got a jumpsuit. See, the Coffee Brother was dressed like a member of Oasis, and he acts like a member of Oasis. So that's what we're getting here. Noam Dar, Supernova, an Oasis song. Who is this? Miles Bourne. I don't know who Miles Bourne is, but he has a graphic. There are NXT people who don't have graphics, but a jobber, Miles Bourne, has a graphic. You do not like Noam Dar. Love Alicia Fox. Big fan of Alicia Fox. Very underrated Alicia Fox. Ask the chats any question you want, Mr. Alpar. If you're bored with Noam Dar and you do not like him, maybe Miles will impress us. Maybe that's the outcome that we'll get here. The next wrestling show, I do not know. Everything is kind of going away from the West Coast now that WrestleMania is gone. GCW, PWG, VX, whatever that one is, and then just some like random stuff like with Santino Brothers and stuff like that. If something pops up with one of those that we can go to, a lot of those bigger indies like PWG and GCW, very hard to get tickets, and I don't think I want to go to a GCW show. But we'll keep you posted. It's so much fun at WrestleMania. I didn't. Knock watched Morrison's. Did you watch it? I saw it covered on one of the news sites. I was setting this up. They called it, I can't remember what they called it. They called it like an extreme Dancing with the Stars, but with heart because they gave money to charity. Creator Clash. Do you think they had good enough creators on there? Do you know of anyone that they could have on for the next Creator Clash? GCW's good, but weird. Yeah, their last one was weird. It just happened was this past weekend. I can't even remember the name of it. Where do you watch Triple H? Where'd you watch Creator Clash? Is it on Fight with everything else that's non WWE? Oh, you got to sign up. Okay. We are going to do a tier list, the guys and I. Speaking of signing up, a tier list of streaming services. What's worth it, what's not. So let us know what you're watching on, what you think is a good streamer and what's not, because we're going to cover each one of them. 5-star match and someone shoves in. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. And you know what? It's stuff like that every single show. Yeah, people didn't know, but from YouTube. Okay. All right. Well, if you remember some, I know I can find the matches now. Some of them have been popping up on my YouTube. So it's a very interesting thing. When they did celebrity boxing on Fox, Noam Dar just picks up the win right there. Was that like his dance? Is that what he does? Celebrity boxing, Fox used to do that. It was a big thing because they always have like C to D level celebrities, and then most of them will get their clock clean, but some of them took it seriously. I think Vanilla Ice was on there, and a lot of like 70s stars. Noam Dar. What is coming up next? Let me see what I got coming up next on here. I either have a viewer segment or trivia starting. All right. We're going to round one of trivia next. Round one of trivia is coming up next. What about wild superhero shows? I want to meet AJ Lee, but we'll have the picture up. Knock found himself in the last few tapings. Knock and Eric were there. Eric is coming up on TV, I guess, but Knock is on there. He just sent a picture today of he found himself in there. I must have missed it when I watched it, but Knock and Eric have been to Wilds. If they do WoW again, they do like 4 to 8 shows during the taping. So I mean, that's about 2 months worth. But we'll have the picture up on the show right here. West Coast Podcast, the best wrestling podcast on YouTube. I got you. I got you, Trips. And Power Rangers is tomorrow on Netflix. And I just watched the Love is Blind reunion after it was delayed an hour and 30 minutes. That was going to be one of my trivia questions. What held up Netflix? An hour and 30 minutes. Did you stay the whole time and sit for Netflix to restart? And is that show worth it? I might watch the Power Rangers tomorrow. You should play Wrestling Uno. I'll look that up. I would love to. Wrestling Uno. I will look that up. Thank you for that, Trips. I got to get into The Mandalorian. That's almost done, isn't it? Knox started it. He's caught up. I'm going to get back into it. Hit up the comments. I'm just going to grab the belt really, really, really quick. All right. I got the belt, which means one thing. It's going to be time for trivia where you can win this. I have 5 questions. Then we're going to do some segments. Then I'm going to have a free-for-all where you ask me a question. Then we'll do some more segments. And then we'll do 5 more questions at the end. If you get the most right, you are tonight's NXT watch-along special presentation champion. Let me just get through these chats really quick, and then that is it. Just freaking out, kept on Twitter. Okay. I do have a Netflix question in trivia, so is it like really like kind of like trashy TV? Because I love trashy TV. So let me know. And let Mr. Allpower know. Does anyone else like dirty reality shows? Let me tell you the best one to watch, Below Deck on Bravo. Addicted. All right, y'all ready for some trivia? Let's do some trivia. I got 5 questions coming up here, as NXT will be coming back pretty soon. Question number 1. Here we go. All right, so I added GIFs, but they didn't really work in here. But that's okay. You get the point. Round 1. What pop star got dissed during Bad Bunny's Coachella performance? Dude, get them ready. I'm ready for it. Low Below Deck, Mr. Allpower. This is one of my favorite shows. Sailing Yacht on now. What pop star got dissed during Bad Bunny's Coachella performance? 1 of 5 questions during round 1 of trivia tonight. Not Booker. This is a non-wrestling person. I got those. You got it. It is Harry Styles, Mr. Allpower. I don't really get what it was, but maybe you can explain it to me. I don't really get what the hubbub was. Number 2, what AEW star did Kevin Nash say would have fit in with the Click? What AEW star did Kevin Nash recently say would have fit in with the Click? Hey, yo. Look at that old WWF hat that Sean Waltman has on. Does he have a Stone Cold shirt on too, or is it something else? Shawn Michaels with the vest with nothing underneath. How 90s. Not Sting. Not Jay Lethal. MJF, Mr. Allpower. I don't know. Maybe he would have. The Guns, no. No. All right, next question. How old is Booker T? Earlier today, we got right now on NXT, Kiana James. This storyline is going on forever. How old is Booker? Why do they keep going? This storyline, I don't know. Let me know if you're into this storyline. Kiana James, Brooks. How old is Booker? I have 2 answers. I don't know how old he is actually. So whoever is closest without going over. Let's see how old Booker is. 58, Mr. Allpower. I'll give that one to you. Don't worry, Trips. We got 2 more rounds. What tattoo did Sky Blue get to celebrate being signed with AEW? What is this soap opera that's been going on forever? Oh, Brooks is maximum male modeled up. See, that'd have been a nice crossover. What tattoo did Sky Blue get to celebrate being signed to AEW? This is an odd look. This is a very odd look. It's not even like stylish. He looks like he looks like he buys Coke in an alley. What tattoo did Sky Blue get to celebrate being signed by AEW? Noob, I'm with you. Noob, we got your segment coming up. Do not worry. He looks terrible with that ponytail. This is really cringe, man. If you just give me general, I don't need to know exactly what Sky Blue got. I know what she got, but not an AEW logo. Could you imagine that? And then like she got cut a week later or something. It'd be like getting a neck tattoo, not Cody. Oh, he's gonna cry. Dude, that outfit Brooks has on. What tattoo did Sky Blue get to celebrate? Sky Blue logo? Nope. Odyssey Jones, though. We have an impromptu match up here. A skull for the game. That'd be fun. I'd like that. Odyssey Jones out. Who is Odyssey Jones facing as we keep trivia rolling here? You can be tonight's champ. Plenty of trivia to go around yet. This is just round 1. Question 4 of 5. The Ozone with Odyssey. It's funny. Ozone was a character in Breakin'. Next week is Spring Breakin' that we're getting prepared for. Mr. Allpower, not a fan of too many people on all right, it's a Braun Breaker segment. All right, if everyone's gonna tap out on this question, I can skip it. It is an odd one. I do not listen to Ice Spice. Is there a 6 Spice Girl? I did not know there was a 6 Spice Girl. I didn't. I'll have to look her up. Not Flowers. I'll just get to it. This will be an empty one here. She got the date she got signed by AEW. Black Gallic, thank you for joining. A tattoo of her best friend. Who's her best friend? Because that'd be a funny tattoo. Thanks for joining, Black Gallic, and everyone else. I like Scott. Braun Breaker be like Scott Steiner do math. Okay, I'll use someone else's shit. All right, that is round 1 of trivia. Oh no, I'm sorry. I have one more question. One more question. Who did Zoey Stark face last week on Mania? As Braun Breaker cuts a promo on Chase. Braun Breaker goes from the title down to Chase. Oh, Dante Martin is best friend. Okay. Hope she's not as injury prone. Oh, we're going to do the draft. Let's do the draft next. Are you guys want to do the draft next? After this question, we'll do the draft for NXT. Roxanne she'll be facing tonight. Who did she face on main event last week on the main roster? I do too. They really have to shake it up. They started this thing where they're going to get rid of people after 6 months. They haven't really stuck to it. Triple H, who did you book on main event for Zoey Stark to face last week? Not Dana Brooks. She has been MIA. Actually, she hasn't been booked since Vince, so I don't know. Since Vince left. Maybe she'll get repackaged. It is someone on the main roster. This is going to be layoffs because the UFC bought them. It's going to be not only people on the rosters here. It's going to be people behind the scenes. They're going to condense everything as much as they can to absorb the debt that UFC has. It's going to be very weird. Not Natalia. That's always the go-to, but it's not Natalia. I'm scared of those cuts too. It's going to be a lot of corporate jobs. It's going to be that writer's room is going to get trimmed down. Braun Breaker, you like him as a heel? Always the Chase U section there. I know a lot of those are planted. Not Emma, not Natty. Someone who hasn't really been on TV much lately. A former champion. Ooh, he's fired up. I mean, this isn't Braun Breaker with the belt. This is a different Braun Breaker. This is Braun Breaker going down to Chase U. Look who it is, Ready or Not Wrestling Tuesday stream. Have free, so thought I'd do it. Thank you for joining. Ready or Not, I really hope you had a good time in LA. If you got anything that was fun that you did, let us know in the comments. Legoland, you said, so hope the driving wasn't too bad for you either. All right, Trips. You know you're not booking Charlotte on main event. I'll keep the profanity down. I really appreciate that. LA's great. LA's great. Just embrace LA, and it's fantastic. Braun Breaker and Duke Hudson are ready at Andre Chase in a lumberjack match. I'll take it. Legoland, and we snuck in Universal, but now I'm back in OK City. Nice, you got into Universal. Pro tip, Eric let us know, if you go to Super Mario World, the Super Mario Kart ride breaks down a lot. So glad you had a good time. That's awesome. Last question, and then we're going to draft. We're drafting NXT people. It is a former women's champion. It was a different character. She's not that character anymore, if that helps. And it is someone who you'd say, oh yeah, I can see them fighting on main event. King Booker. Do you think Trips will break it up? He can break up factions. It is an open palette for Triple H to paint on. Oh, it broke. He told us this like 4 or 5 days after I did that stream. Otherwise, it was like on our way to Mania. He mentioned that. Sorry to hear that. Oh, nice. I had Harry Potter in News and Rumors. But enjoy the brew. There you go. Gigi Dolan and Cora Jade on right now. Mackenzie's killing it too as an announcer backstage. Anybody have any guesses? Otherwise, this one's going to be a wash too. Because we got to get drafting. We got to get the NXT draft going right here. Okay. You love Cora Jade, not Bailey. Trips got it. Trips knows who he booked. All right, we finally got out of that question. Trips got it. Commercial break. Let's have some fun. Nikki Cross, Zoey Stark. All right, let me set this up again really quick here. Brett and Stone Cold. We're going to go to the NXT website if you want to pull it up on your end too. And if you want to go through, let's just go through. All right, people that are not going to get drafted on, obviously not going to talk about, like Alicia Tyler. Amari Miller, I haven't seen her in a minute. I don't think anything's happening with her. Alba Fire, I think, is staying, so is Isla Dawn. Chase U, Noob just said RIP Chase U. Do you think Chase U is going, or Zoey Stark should go to Raw and fight Bianca Belair? That'd be a good one. That'd be a good stepping stone for her, and also a nice feud for Bianca until we get to see who can take the belt off Bianca. Yeah, Boa is still there. Nah. See you later, Chase U. Oh man, they had the opportunity to break him up WrestleMania weekend. Apollo Crews, I think they're gonna keep him down there for a bit. Again, the draft is coming up, but I don't think they need to really do much with shaking everything up. What do you guys think? Let's just do all. We got Ava Rain right here. What do you think of all of Schism? Do you think they're breaking up Schism? Axiom, I agree. Push him to the moon. Keep him in NXT. Push him to the moon. I was going to do tier list Triple H, but I can't. I'll do one randomly this week. I just want some. I'll do a live tier list of that this week. How does that sound? Let me know which day works. I'll probably do it maybe Thursday or Friday afternoon, or maybe next week Monday. I will do a live tier list in the afternoon. We're working on tomorrow. The three of us are getting together. We got a bunch coming, especially video game adaptations to movies and TV, streaming services, a whole bunch. If you've got recommendations, leave them in the comments section below after the stream. Ooh, on the main roster. Braun Breaker versus Solo. I would say put Solo over there. Keep his momentum going. I let a SmackDown to deliver. Ooh. Do you take Dragunov going to be the next member of Imperium and then breaking apart like a new recruit? I'd take that. Booker's coming to the main roster. Sucker. I'll take Booker on the main roster. I do think the Creeds might stick around a little bit. After this segment, I hope Brooks and Dunn or whatever the other guy's name is stays. Cameron Grimes, I think, is going to the main roster. I think he's getting drafted. He might even be one of those drafts that you hear on Tuesday morning after the final Raw draft. Carmelo Hayes, so they could take the title off him next week at Spring Breaking. I wouldn't be mad at that because he's got the title for his stats. But like him or Braun Breaker have to go up. It's got to be one or the other. Stacks, Dempsey, I do believe they're staying. Damon Kemp, I'm sure, is staying because his brother is going to actually wrestle now. What do you think about some other of these people, though? Boa is released. I did not know that. Thank you. Trips letting us know about his roster. What about tier list for Money in the Bank winners? We might have done that. I think we might have done that. Check our backlog if you want. If we haven't, we'll be glad to do it. Brooks Jensen sounds like a random country. They all do. They all do. All these names do. Gable Stevens is going back to actually wrestle. I do believe I can't remember the exact thing, but he's going away from WWE. And Dante Chen was on for a cup of coffee. Eddie Thorpe just debuted. I do believe he's sticking around for a while. Dragon Lee, I think he's going to get called up randomly in the summer. There's set to be a rush on him. Idris Enofe, he could get called up. He's one who's been around. He's got the chops for it. Gigi and JC Jane, they're going to finish up the storyline. JC Jane's still kind of like, I think she's ready to go, but Fallon Henley, again, put in that crappy storyline that we saw earlier tonight. Elektra Lopez, I think they're going to keep on NXT. They're going to wait for this LWO stuff to cool down. She just didn't go up with El Legado, and of course we have Zelina Vega with them. Let these two cool off and give them some space. They're on TV right now, pretty deadly. I think they need to go up. Let's give some depth to the main roster tag team. Yeah, it's his choice, kind of. So, and there's something else involved. There was something involved. It wasn't just like waiting on him, but he wasn't progressing too that much for in-ring stuff. Call up Grayson Waller. A loss at Spring Break, and that could be an easy sign for him to get called up. I'll take that. Grayson Waller for a call up. Jiro, haven't seen him in a while. Hank Waller needs a lot of work. Raj, haven't seen him in forever. Got all your chats on Dragunov already. He could go anywhere. He's set to do whatever. Zoey Stark out now. Indy Hartwell, I think they'll keep around to teach newer people, like the nil people, and then they'll call her up again, I think summer or fall, or maybe even the Rumble time. Isla Dawn sticking around. Ivy Nile could go kind of anywhere. Javier, they're having too much fun with him on NXT. They're going to keep him. And JD McDonald's, where do you think he's going? I like Breezango better, but I do like Pretty Deadly. It is a very thin margin between which one I like more. Gigi Dolan on Raw, like I said, the women's division. We are getting to that, noob. Your segment is coming up. Do not worry. Gigi is your favorite. About Trish and Gigi and JC become the new toxic attraction. Gigi and JC, I don't think are going to get back together. I think they are separate for good. Javier, he comes out like big body Javi. He does comedy stuff usually backstage with Mackenzie. He doesn't do too much. Who are these people? Mr. Allpower says that's kind of like what a lot of people might say when they get called up. There's not the big names to get called up. Let's run through the rest of this really quick and just get your opinions as the women's match is on right now. Roxanne Perez, Zoey Stark. We talk about Joe Gacy, the Coffees. They're sticking around. I don't think they're going to be put on the main roster yet because of other stuff. Call KC squared up. Katana, Caden, put them on the main roster. Let's get those women's tag titles, some competition up there. Kiana James, Kit, we just talked about. Malik Blade, he can go up too. Another one who's cut his chops down enough, but hasn't been on TV. But you don't need to be to get called up. Liar, she's sticking around. Lash Legend, I'm surprised is still around too. Satomura, she's more of a here for a minute and then gone. Nathan Frazier, they just repackaged him. I'm sure he's sticking around. Mr. Stone could get called up. He's not with Von Boring anymore. Oro Mensa, didn't know he was still around. Jones. Triple H, I'll definitely look up the Uno game, and we'll get that going one of these streams. I like that idea a lot. Trish was so good, man. That promo was great. A long promo. She didn't let the crowd mess her up. It was everything we needed from her. Easy now, brother. All right. Hey, Triple H, leave a link in the comments after the stream, and then so I can get the exact one that you need, because I'm gonna get it lost in here. Mr. Stone should wrestle again. Hey, I could see that. Roderick Strong, he is. I think. Wouldn't that be funny? You have all these people get drafted to the 3 shows, and somewhere in the middle, Roderick Strong just gets drafted to Dynamite. Von Fodder. Oh, if that. He could probably get cut. She's up there. She's up there. She's someone who, during a time when women weren't really wrestling, she was wrestling. Trish is up there. Quincy Elliott, he got thrown over the top rope in that Battle Royal recently. Again, Rip Fowler. I do believe the Grizzled Young Veterans might have had a talk with Triple H. Maybe that's why they are still around. And yeah. Perez can go anywhere. She can get called up whenever. Stevie Turner, haven't seen her in a minute. Sol Ruka, they'll stick her on NXT, I think, for a while. She's a fan favorite, but she still has some things to do. Scripps, fast track him to beat Roman Reigns. Unbelievable talent. Great character. Love the outfit. And the vignettes should be nominated for Emmys. Sangha and Veer, I don't know what they're going to do with them. Keep them with Jinder. What do you think about the rest of these? Let me get your opinions. You got Trick, you got Tiff, Thea Hall, as Zoey Stark is in control. I do believe she's getting called up. Is AEW going to be doing a draft too for the brand split, or just something really awkward and not? I think they should do a draft on YouTube. I don't think they should do it on TV because sometimes it doesn't really work. We're just used to it with WWE, but they're going to do something awkward. You know what? Oh, Stevie Turner is I don't know if you've seen her. She's been on. She's like a streamer. She's like a Twitch streamer / wrestler. That's her gimmick. Tiffany Stratton is main roster ready. She is. I do believe that they're just going to keep her on NXT for a little bit. And this year back to the main roster because it'd be awesome. Dude, put Put them with Jinder. I say it. Give some good tags going. We need some more big men in there. That'd be a good big power match between Viking Raiders Noob. I like that. No, she does it like on the NXT show. It's yeah, I don't even know how to explain it, but she does it only on here. I don't watch the YouTube stuff either. All right, let's get through this. And then we got more trivia. We got Noob segment. We got a segment from Fat Laces. Wendy Chu, I don't know where she's been. She could go anywhere too. She's used to gimmick changes. If you remember, she was paired with Boa. She was the one in the chair. She could do anything, and she's been shown that she's good in the ring and can work with anyone. That's pretty much it. Zion Quinn, he can get. I don't want to say fired or at least it's mean, but I mean like he's really boring. Leon, I have no idea who she is, and Zoey Stark, like we just said, getting called up. Wes Lee is someone who I think can appear at the Rumble, and that could be his call up. Tiffany Stratton is your kind of Barbie. Best moonsault. She's crisp. Again, she's one of these nil athletes who are coming up, and a lot of these nil athletes are what wrestling WWE is going to be. So it's looking pretty good. Speaking of Twitch and WWE on good terms, news and rumors from Noob. Do appreciate that. Thanks, man. Good to know. Vin Wagner is not your favorite. Zion Quinn. I don't know what the hell Zion Quinn wants to be. Wesley ever get his tag team partner back? I do not think so, and especially with his tag team partners doing stuff with other rascals on the indies. But that is it. That is NXT. Keep them coming. If you want to see them in something else, let us know if you have any idea of other NXT talent. I'll do a live thing. I got some time to kill for a couple weeks, and then I'm probably going to be MIA for a bit. Let me just try to find the slide. There we go. We're back at it. Thank you everyone for joining Tuesday night stream. I feel so weird and dirty not being on Friday night for 1 hour. W just signed these new twins from TikTok. Oh boy. I don't like that. Hopefully they're not from Montana because that's banned. Ew, no, Bellas. No. I'll get over it. I'll have some bubbly later and I'll be just fine. This is fun. 2 hours. We got a lot going on here. We're just ending the first hour. Let me know if you ate anywhere really fun, ready or not. Again, the food is so good out here. I love eating out in LA here. Zoey Stark, Roxanne Perez. Next up, we're going to get to Noob's segment, 10 ways to fix the WWE women's division. It's not that broken. It's not like it's AEW's women's division or MLW's who doesn't have a women's division or yeah, I gotta say, Power does I guess a decent job. Impact does very well with their women. There are a lot of places that don't really do shit with their women though. NXT is a good place that does. There's a couple weeks a month where it's almost 75% women on the show. So NXT does a good job. But we'll talk about it. New brought it up. If you have viewer segments that you want done, let us know in the comments. We love to do them on the show Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific time or during some of the streams that we do live. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet because like tonight, we just kind of pop up when we get the time. Ooh, it's a tough match here. Big hits. Ready or not? We had a place called Johnny Rockets. Yeah, it was okay but pricey. We ate an In-N-Out, an IHOP, and then we tried a place called Fat Burger. You hit some staples. That's what you did, ready or not. And don't be mad at it because that's what you do when you're from somewhere else. Johnny Rockets, yeah, it's okay. IHOP is IHOP. They're everywhere. In-N-Out, you got to do when you're here. I got to say, I'm not a fan of the fries. And did you get it animal style or did you get it a different way? Yeah, Johnny Rockets really... Fat Burger is good too. I do like Fat Burger, especially if I need some grease. Hey, Mr. Allpower, I just put facts on here. I am clearly a wrestling journalist and just put facts and facts only. Otherwise, why would I be giving my opinion if I wasn't a true wrestling journalist? That's okay. It's just their version of like the Big Mac sauce with it on there. But again, the fries are very boring. I do like their milkshakes. I'm a big fan of their milkshakes. This is another place that has really good milkshakes. That's a basic place, but I do like their milkshakes. Coming up next, it is Noob segment 10 ways to improve the women's division WWE, and then trivia from you, and then Fat Lace's segment, and then trivia from me, 5 more. This is Whataburger, not too far from me. Have not tried that either. If I do wind up going to one, I'll let you know on the stream, Black Alec. Fatburger had some pretty good milkshakes too. I haven't been to Fatburger in years, so I wouldn't mind going back. It's just every time I go past, it's either closed or there's like a huge ass line. I love a good milkshake. Chick-fil-A has a good milkshake. There's diners here that have obviously small town diners. They know the best ways to make the milkshakes because you know what? If you're having a milkshake, you don't need to make it healthy. Add that shit in. Zoey counters Pop Rocks. Oh, flips are over. I don't know if I trust someone. When we used to go to like swimming pools when we were younger, you do flips off the diving boards and stuff. It's hard to rotate. And you know how hard it is to rotate? If you watch the movie Rad, a dirt bike movie from the 80s, Crew Jones needs to prove his worth in a dirt bike tournament, but his mom, Talia Shire, who played Adrian in Rocky, who basically plays Adrian in Rad, doesn't want that. No. You need to take your ACTs or SATs. I think ACTs because he's not that smart, and wants him to be in school. Great movie, Rad. Look it up. Random rant. I love that movie. Roxanne Perez picks up the win. Again, when you're about to get called up, you look at the lights and you put talent over. I think Roxy could be staying, but then again, they might be wise to internet smarts like us and do the opposite. And Roxy could get called up. I'll get a Shake Shack one. Haven't tried that. Now everyone wants milkshakes. Look what you did, Ready or Not. We all want milkshakes. All the boys are coming to the yard. All right. That is it. That is Roxanne Perez picking up the victory. She's going to cut a promo right now. Is she going to call out Indy Hartwell? I can't tell if Indy Hartwell is really a heel or face yet. Here she comes. Impressive. Anybody watching anything else tonight after NXT? I'm glad she has a belt. She deserves it. She put in so much work. Are we going to have any epiphanies tonight? Is Tiffany on? I don't think she is. I could take that after a long run with Rhea. Then you can throw in Grayson Waller. You can have a new Aussie stable. Are we booking this for spring break-in? Oh, they're actually friends. She's getting so much better at her promos. Oh, you never shake with the left. That's what a villain does. They shake with the left side. There she is. There she is. Tiffany Stratton is here. We're going to be talking about the women in WWE in just a bit. Thank you, Noob, for the suggestion. It is coming up in the next commercial break. I wish I could open that window from here, but I can't reach it. Get the sunset. But I get this glare, and it just glares off the top of my head, and it blinds. Roxanne Perez is so much better on the mic, just even in the last couple months. Do you think Trick Williams will ever turn on Mello? I mean, it's almost like Wrestling 101. He almost has to, right? Because they're such different characters. It's not like the Street Profits. The Street Profits seem like they hang with each other. Ooh. Zucker's on the dirt sheets that lightning around certain wrestlers hints. Oh, really? There's a picture with the Usos under the. Dude, I got to look this up. I did not know about that. That is very interesting, Black Alec. Huh. Three-way at Spring Break-In. Grayson Waller drinks out of the shoe that's nasty. Very interesting, Black Alec. If anyone else wants to look that up, that is very interesting. Oh, of all time, Roddy Piper or Bobby Heenan. Of today, MJF on is. I like MJF on days when the internet doesn't like MJF, so I'm different on him just because we're in Hollywood. We I don't know. We were around enough acting. Otherwise, today, Sonya Deville's solid. I'll say Sonya Deville because she's just solid every time she's on, and I believe in what she says. But Trish last night was it. I watched Power tonight, and Markova pulled a spectacular performance tonight against La Rosa Negra. By far the best match in entire Markova. All right, noob. I will watch that tonight. Nice. Thank you, noob. Give me something to watch when I usually watch NXT. Cody Rhodes and Ric Flair. I like it. Cody's getting less generic. I think being in WWE's helped his promos. I do like those details. No, I can't believe they're like hinting at that already, but they did it with the Fireflies on the Extreme Rules poster. So MJF, Becky, all time, Ric Flair, or Dusty Rhodes, Daddy, if you will. I like it. Oh my god. Here's bad promo, Von Wagner. His dad was a Beverly brother? Why didn't they fucking lead in with that in the beginning? What? How's that a good start? Question for noob. Did you watch NWA in Australia with Smashing Pumpkins? The world is a vampire. I tell you, so good. Nice. I tried Black Alec. Thank you all for joining me. Like I don't even know what I'd be doing because NXT doesn't come on for 8 o'clock Pacific time. It comes on. So whatever time it is by you, that's when it comes on here. All right, G.G. Dolan out right now. Cora Jade. I'm gonna get through these chats and then we're gonna do noob section. That's it. That's why he gets special. That's why he hasn't been fired. Ooh. Charlie Dempsey. Did he wrestle already? Not yet. He's coming up. Let's get to noob section right here. I like this question a lot. I was answering it last night and I was trying to think of all the things. I think I thought of some good enough stuff here. I just got to find it. There's trivia. There's more trivia. All right, noob. This is from him right here. This is 10 WWE Women's Division suggestions. Noob had this comment. If you got comments or something that you want to talk about, obviously hit us up. We love talking about different things. And it helps us prepare for the show, gives us something to do, and cuts down our thinking time because we got stuff given to us from you. Noob definitely loves to see Natalia Markova in WWE because imagine Natalia Markova being featured on AW TVs in 6 days and Dark Out. Exactly. Even ROH has kind of fallen off. The last 2 weeks of ROH haven't been that great, in my opinion. I have started watching that more. She could be. The stuff that they're doing with Scarlett and letting Scarlett do, I think if they had Natalia wrestle, I think it'd be even more so. Gigi should be Poison Ivy. That'd be a good one. Let me get rid of this banner, and then you can check it out. I'm just going to go through some stuff here that I think the tag division needs. Noob, I can't. The fucking duck's in the way, but I got your logo up there because I appreciate you. All right, number one, make Trish a big deal. That promo was the best way to kick off. I love that promo. Make her a big deal. Like I'm talking like have her beat someone. Number two, have her beat someone, not huge. Like, don't have her beat Bailey right off the bat or have her beat Bianca. Have her beat someone that's a big deal and have it be a good match. I was gonna say Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan is in the tag situation right now. So anyone like around the Liv Morgan status, have Trish Stratus beat. I think it's important for her to be established. So if you're building this all the way to SummerSlam, it's going to be a big deal for Becky to face her, and have her be tough backstage. All right, more non-title storylines. That's what we need, especially with Asuka. Asuka keeps chasing and chasing the title in WWE, but never really. I don't know, her chases, especially Mania season. Just have her be a big deal, non-storyline wise. Have multiple people like just have beef with Asuka. Mr. Alpar, do you think you can do a segment about what wrestler you cast in a movie? Ooh, Shinsuke and John Wick 5 like that. Yeah, we talked about Mandy and Baywatch. Batista and Garrett, he's trying to get that movie made. I would totally take that. Rhea versus Charlotte. They just fought. Just as to get a win back against Charlotte. I'd take that. Charlotte's going on vacation. I don't think she's going to be back until after SummerSlam. She's going to be doing weightlifting stuff, so she can take notes from Bianca Belair and Jordan Grace. So much you can do with Trish. If they get it right, they can do it. All right. Again, we talked about with the draft. Call up NXT tag teams. KC squared call up. Call up more people that seem like they can be teams. The tag team division in WWE right now, the main roster, is kind of scarce. Again, you have two random people who were beforehand thrown with random people in the women's tag team. So I'd love to see KC squared go for those titles, not right away. Let's get to know them in the main roster. But tease Bianca versus Rhea for a full year. I want to see. I don't need a title involved in this. Tease the powerhouses for a full year. This is the match we kind of wanted this year. But I would say that have the women interact with the men. Someone just said it here, Mr. All Power. You want to see men versus women. We saw Solo Sikoa and Rhea Ripley stare down last night. More of that, please. That's what I like. We all work in the same place. Why aren't we all interacting? Just because we have we use a different bathroom or whatever? Make Asuka talk more and less nonsense. I fully agree. Have her be intimidating backstage too. You can do so much backstage with a camera on her rather than a big open ring where she's got to give a promo. See, Goldberg wants a 4-city tour for his retirement. Yeah, make it a 0-city tour. Fuck that. Why do you think everybody owes him stuff? Axiom with his comic book stuff, it's back. Carnage Rage, thank you for joining. I hope the Creed brothers get called up, and I want to see and feud with the Usos. I'll take that. I do think they're going to turn on Ivy Nile. This can fully break up Diamond Mine next week. This way, there's nothing more for Roderick Strong to hold on to. Triple H can save money, start a budget cut with Roderick Strong and let him go. Carnage, I agree with that, though. All right. Noob, going into your comment right there, less nonsense. Number 7, Asuka should be a menace. 100%. She should be a fucking menace. Oops, sorry, I was supposed to watch my swearing. And how about Trish versus Mickey James at WrestleMania next year? I would absolutely love that. We had the slide earlier with them both having the Tank Ledger on here. All right, a well thought out women's stable. I'm talking something where people seem like they hang out with each other. We just talked about the Click earlier tonight. Something like that. I want it to seem like, I don't know if I knew, Mr. Alpart, you're talking about trashy TV. I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Those women, like, you do not want to get into a verbal spar with those women because they'll cut you. Like, that's what I want. I want a women's stable that is just like this good, like, attitude, shady, obviously can wrestle. That's what I want. I want like it to be a new kind of DX, not like DX, but something now and something more fresh. That's what I want for a women's stable. And I missed this one. Women champs main event, the PLEs needs to happen. We talked about it. Knock once, Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega to headline Backlash. Perfect. Perfect. Let me get your thoughts. What do you think here? Noob, thank you for the suggestion. 10 WWE Women's Division suggestions. Keep them coming. We'll take them as Cora Jade enters right now. I see stable with Asuka, Nikki, and Isla Dawn. Are they? That's cool. You can't change Rhea's gimmick though, otherwise that would be cool. Asuka, Io Sky, and they're turning Kyrie Sane. I'd take that, and I'd even add someone else just random for that. I like that a lot. Again, you just can't change Rhea's. If they're cool with getting it, then like figuring it out. Real King of Fighters, thank you for joining the Tuesday stream. Also, great idea for a new faction, the new team angle with the Creed brothers, Chad Gable and Gable Stevenson, with Kurt Angle as their manager. Gable Stevenson again is going to be actually wrestling. I 100% love that. I think that'd be great. You have Kurt Angle leading as a manager, like you said, and then you know what? You build enough faith with Kurt back and doing stuff with this faction where he gets a proper send off match at a WrestleMania. I went to his match at WrestleMania 35. I hate John Cena, but it should have been John Cena at WrestleMania 35 to send him off. I like that. If needs 10 suggestions, oh shit. So many. That is a good point, Real King. So many. There you go, Carnage, right there. Team Gable is able. Sign Natalia Markova to WWE. I'd like to see her put on some hot matches. I agree, right there. That's another one. We need to build this women's division again because even with a draft, you're still kind of playing with the same toys in a different sandbox. We did it. We did it. I'll go back. Who wore it better? I mean, let me get to this. By the way, we talked about this for Mania. In the same week, they kind of dressed the same. That's a great Mania match. Whoever brought that up to, I like that. And yeah, who wore it better? Let me ask you this. Trish always looking like $1,000,000. Brock Lesnar. Give me some very funny things. What does Brock look like? I thought the Highlander when he first came out. Some people saying the Undertaker. Other people saying Dustin Rhodes' WCW gimmick with the white face. If you have wrong answers only for what Brock Lesnar looked like or whatever, I'll take them all stream long. It was an interesting look to say the least. But my first instinct was Highlander. All right. Women's match on now in NXT. Walker the Texas Ranger. I'll take that. Noob, thanks again for that suggestion. We got one more fan suggestion, and we got 2 more rounds of trivia coming up. I think I might do my final round. No, I'll do the final round last. All right. Jade versus Dolan. Both people need to win, but there you go. JC Jane in for the interference. JC Jane, her voice. I did not miss that voice. All right. Again, if we're doing the draft, some of you wanted JC Jane or GG Dolan are both brought up. I guess if you end this feud at spring break in next week, I guess that opens the doors for the draft. We don't need to really end storylines like we usually do because the draft is coming up. And Knock brought up a good point. They're doing the draft at the same time around like was the NFL's draft? That's good for SEO. JC Jane thrown into the Office Max chairs. There we go. I don't like the blonde on Jade's head. I think it looks weird. But then again, she picks up the win. She's living a great life. And who the hell am I to comment on hair? No. All right. Cora Jade picks up the win. Let's do round 2 of trivia. Let's kick it off right now. Round 2 of trivia. There are rules to it. It is very simple rules. There's the next segment. What Tiffany Stratton's want to retire? I don't think so. I think Trish wants to work with certain people. I think it's Becky. We might get Lita. The Mickey James one is great. I like that one. Round 2 of trivia news. Uh-oh. Vic Joseph just said it's chaotic, and it is. It's kind of throwing all these random pieces together in NXT because the draft's coming up. It doesn't really matter. Valkyrie, is that her name? All right. Round 2 of trivia. Here we go. You ask me a question. I'll write down my answer. You all try to guess my answer. Everyone who gets it right gets 5 points. Move up the polls very quickly here. Lighbrook is not wasting time to face Cora next week. Again, the draft is coming up. This dude dropped the DJ gimmick. Eddie Thorpe. He doesn't really work for me. I don't know. There's something about him that hasn't worked yet. He looks like... I don't know what he looks like. All right. Let's get into it. Round 2 of trivia. You ask me questions. I'll answer. And if you get them right, you get 5 points each. There we go. Kemp is on. Talking about Stevenson. His brother's doing more in wrestling. But again, Kemp... I think Kemp is in this for the long haul. They keep using Kemp for these random feuds. All right. Hit the comments. Ask me a question. Whatever I write down, if you guess it, you get 5 points. Dijak is coming out. Are we getting Dijak and Apollo? Here's a question for Mr. Allpower for everyone. Would you rather be a jobber for 10 years or a WrestleMania main eventer for one night? Oh, I would almost be a jobber for 10 years just because of job security, my opinion. Let us know in the chats what you think. That's a good question. I would have to be a jobber for 10 years. Commercial break. Here we go. Round 2 of trivia. Ask me any random question. If you guess my answer, there we go. Another draft commercial. Trying to look for these lightning bolts and everything that was being talked about earlier. I gotta start looking for those. Black Elk. I'm gonna be looking at every draft piece of promotion that they put out now. Zach, what is my favorite band? All right, let's just do rock band for this. Okay. I have like a lot, but I'll just write one down. Little Mermaid. I'm interested in this. This looks like one of the better live action ones. I haven't been a fan of the Disney live action ones. Guess what my favorite band is. Mr. Allpower has the question. See if you can guess what my favorite band is. I have my answer written down right here. Pop them up in the chats. This is we're 5 questions if you get it right. I did bring it on down to rock bands as we're advertising Bombas now. I'll wait a couple commercials. Real King says the Beatles. I'm excited to see what this draft is. The fact that internally in WWE they're saying Triple H has carte blanche to do whatever. Nirvana. Metallica. Keep them coming. What do you think it is? A couple more seconds here, and I'll reveal my answer. You get 5 points. If you ask the question too, you can answer. No. They have a song. I can't remember which one. It came on. I have like a shuffle thing on in the gym that came on. It was actually like pretty good to work out too. So I couldn't name a One Direction song if like a gun was pointed at my junk. All right, I'll just say it right now. The one I have on there, Real Kings. You got it. New album just came out. 72 seasons. It's fantastic. It is a concept album. Any other questions? Keep them coming. System of a Down. I do like them. I did like them until they started infighting like little children. Real Kings, you get 5 points. Any other questions for round 2? I got another segment planned from Fat Laces, and then 5 more questions. Yeah, you should have said the real one last. I don't know if they physically did. Just they just got very like childish with each other, and I think it was the time when they released a double album. It was I can't remember. I stopped caring about System of a Down a while ago. This fucking storyline. Sorry about the language. This storyline is going on again, even longer. I cannot believe this is getting 2 segments. All right, what is my favorite movie? If you're new to the channel, you may not know. He looks awful. Why does he have glasses all of a sudden? Whoa, we're not drinking. Bleh. I need a drink when I'm watching this. All right, put in the comments what you think my favorite movie is. I got mine written down right here. If you have any guesses, his hair, I can't even. It was like he's the son of another wrestler too, so he might be getting special treatment. This storyline is I can't. I can't. This has to end by the draft. What is my favorite movie? Hit the comments. See if you can guess what my favorite movie is. If you guess it, you get 5 points. There we go. Spring break and end this crap. If you haven't watched this week's episode, check it out. It is a good one. I know it's a long one, but we like doing long ones because we got a lot to say and we get a lot of good chats in there. You still own this bar that no one goes to. No one is ever in this bar. Hit up some comments here. What is my favorite movie? I got mine written down. And just in a little bit here, I'll reveal it. You get 5 points. Apollo is out. Apollo Crews. 2 people from NXT who got called up to the main roster and then now brought back down. Not Jurassic Park. I can't stand the kids in there. I love Terminator. I love Terminator 2. Love Avengers. Love The Dark Knight. None of those. SummerSlam. SummerSlam is going to sell out. That's pretty impressive. I do believe AEW All In is going to sell out as well. None of those are my favorite movie. My favorite movie is before all of those, Mr. All Power. It is not Scream. I do love Scream. Just saw Scream 6 a week and a half ago. Love Scream 1. Scream 1, Speed, Tales from the Crypt Presents Demon Knight, The Crow, Boys in the Hood. Trying to think of some other Thelma and Louise. Some of my favorite 90s movies. We'll see if they can do it consistently. The thing about WrestleMania is it's a big event. This is a big UK event. I don't think it's going to be the WrestleMania. I love Evil Dead. It's not Evil Dead. I do love that one. I do want to see the new one. Evil Dead 1 is very I love Evil Dead 1, and then Evil Dead 2 I like, but it's so weird because Evil Dead 1 was his Sam Raimi's like his like college thesis. It was like his project in college, and then studio liked it and they wanted him to make another one, but not Goodfellas. I did watch that last night though. Real Kings. You watching my fucking Not Back to the Future. I do love that one. I have the soundtrack on vinyl. What is my favorite movie? It is in the 80s, I'll say that. Get 5 points as Apollo fights Dijak. Impromptu match because Apollo had to criticize him as he entered the building. The parking lot is just the worst place in NXT. You either get beat up or you get verbally assaulted. All right, my favorite movie, let me know what it is. It is an 80s movie. I do have the soundtrack. I have it on vinyl. I have it on cassette. I have it on CD. Love this movie. We have the Waller effect yet with Hayes. Not Pulp Fiction, but that's the reason I went to film school. Nice pick, Mr. Allpower. This is before Pulp Fiction. This is it's an 80s movie. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorites. So I'll probably put it in my top 5. Interesting to see who they have win this. Just see, Knock just says, cut the shit. Knock is in. Beverly Hills Cop. That is it. That's my favorite movie of all time. I absolutely love that movie. All right, ready or not, you get 5 points on there. All right, give me a second here. I got to plug my battery in. 1 second here. All right, we're back. Breakfast Club. It is second, a very, very close second. I even just did a podcast about it a couple weeks ago. Heavy Metal. I love that movie. Fat Laces, nice. Knock, Fat Laces. Everyone's jumping in here. Yeah, I picked Metallica. I love Tool, but I mean, I need something that's a little more fun stuff in there. Fat Laces. We're doing your segment next. Actually, right now, it's kind of good timing on here. A question from Fat Laces here. We're talking about WWE returns from part-timers. Trish Stratus is here now. She's killing it. That promo was fantastic last night. So 5 bad returns from part-timers that could still happen and 5 good ones that could happen. So let's talk about them. Let me know in the chat who you think is a good one or a bad one. Oh man, they on our way in from the 101 now, they just put a big Fast X poster up, and it's just man, franchise going strong. Who is a celebrity childhood crush? I'll write it down here really quick. Nia Jax, she was back at the Royal Rumble. I do not want to see her back ever again. That was gonna be a very bad return from a part timer. She's even like teasing another run in WWE or AEW. Terrible one. All right, I got mine written down. My first childhood crush or celebrity crush. None of them. Before both of them, Goldberg is lobbying. Who just mentioned that? A 4-city tour for his retirement. Get the fuck out of here, Goldberg. You're done. The Great Khali. I do not want them to bring them back. I have a feeling that they could think about it just for like an Omos bit, size and size. I'm good on Khali. Let him do what he's doing over where he's living. John Cena is terrible, as you can see in the ticker down the bottom. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to go away, but I just, you know. honestly, John Cena will be back for Logan Paul and then probably a WrestleMania match. But honestly, a run with him, it's going to be the same shit where people just say the same stuff over and over again on the mic to him. I'm good. I'm good on John Cena, like forever, for life. I'm done with him. Ooh, you are so close, Fat Laces. You're a few years ahead of mine. Kane. I feel they can go back to the well with Kane. I don't know if he's officially retired. He has come back once or twice. Honestly, once they took the mask off Kane, I was done with Kane. It worked for a little bit, but the mask should have been put on right back again. Top 10 bad women's title reigns on Sunday. I'll be shocked that either Bianca Belair or Camille are number one because both the reigns are overrated. I like Bianca's. She's actually done work. If anything is wrong with Bianca's, it's because of storylines or just. I like Bianca's. Camille's. I don't watch Power. Bianca should be close to longest reigning women's champ ever. I don't know. I'm not good with numbers. Someone wants to look into that. She's kind of getting up there. Any other bad part-timers that you can think of? And my celebrity crush sitting right here when I was a child. It is a wrestling fan. I'll say that if you want to give a hint. But these are bad ones. I don't think any of these should be brought back for a part-timer for a run. I think they're going to be bad. Good ones right here. We talked about it earlier. Carnage Rage had a great thing with Kurt Angle leading a stable for Stevenson, Chad Gable, and some other more athletic people. You got his brother here in NXT who we just saw, Kemp. He can be put in there. He's talking on the mic right now. Booker. Bring Booker back for one last good run and to put one person of his choosing over. He says he could do it. Why not give it to Booker? One last good run. I 100% believe it would be good for him. He still stays in shape. He's got his wrestling school. I think it works. Beth freaking Phoenix. We're trying to gear up for a Beth Phoenix Rhea Ripley match down the line somewhere. It's been talked about, but she could do one last good run. 4-month run, I think. She's a busy mom. She has other stuff going on. And yes, Holla Holla player Teddy Long, I think he could do one last run as a manager. I think he could be Teddy Long as a manager for someone like Trick. He could do a manager for Trick, but Trick is too like smart for that. He goes along with it for a while because he's Teddy Long. He respects him. And then after like 4 or 5 months, you've used Teddy Long to get Trick used to the main roster, bigger buildings, bigger arenas, pay-per-views, PLEs. And then Trick gets rid of Teddy Long and is Trick Williams on the main roster. And then, of course, The Rock. Not much needs to be said. We're talking about him versus Roman Reigns. Somebody call Booker's mama. Better be SummerSlam with Rhea Ripley. That'd be perfect. SummerSlam, we always want fun matches like that, Noob. I like that. Those are 5 good returns from possible part-timers coming back. Fat Laces, thank you for that. If anyone has any other part-timers, good or bad, and let us know if you think it's good or bad for them to come back. But this is a random match just kind of thrown in here. I have 5 more trivia questions towards the end that'll do, and that is the NXT stream. Anybody guess my my first one? Hassan is here. Thank you for joining Tuesday night. Kelly Kapowski was, and I misread yours, Fat Laces. I thought it said first, but Kelly Kapowski definitely was. You can watch her on Deliciousness on MTV with Angela from The Office, Kel Mitchell, and another comedian who I'm familiar with, but I forgot his name. All right, as Dijak is in control of Apollo. Can anyone guess my first celebrity crush? She is a wrestling fan. She does go to wrestling events. She has multiple shows on television. Feast your eyes on the Wild Show. Rock is doing live action Moana, and he's doing it in honor of his late grandfather, who is a high tribal chief. I think it's too soon for a live action one. But yeah, I know he's busy with that. He's free from DC and the Fast movies, though. All right, I'll just say it. Melissa Joan Hart. Clarissa Explains It All. Future Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Future Melissa and Joey. Not Topanga. That was just a little after. When was she like? I think I was in like late middle school when that show came out. But I do have a whatever. I got a Hollywood story about someone from that show at the Rainbow. Oh yeah, Dragunov is out. We're gonna get Dragunov versus Dijak, I'm sure, at spring break, and I think they're just gonna try to wrap a bunch of stuff up next week before the draft. I can't wait. Honestly, Dijak is corny as fuck to me. Again, sorry about the swearing. He's very corny. Don't swear, kids. Your hair will fall out every time you swear. Dijak sells people left and right. He makes everyone look good. He's so good by himself, but JC Jane must be fully healed up. Ugh. The voice, it just gets this high pitch constantly. See, now it's fine. It's getting up there. It's getting up there. And we're back down. All right. No, we're good. Get in the car. You said Gigi Jolin. See, like you just bring this up, so I'm not going to feel like all ooh about it. All right, it is time for William Regal's kid. The North American Championship with Drew Gulak. He was on one of the A&E specials this past weekend. I can't remember if it was Rivals or the other one, but he was on them. Again, those are fine specials if you want to watch them. It's just we've all kind of seen those stories a lot before. But if you haven't, they're well done. Wes Lee out now. He's been doing great. JC Jane has more annoying voice than Tiffany's. The thing about it is, I don't think JC gets it. Tiffany Stratton's is annoying, but that's because it's done purposefully. Everything Tiffany Stratton does is done like purposefully. With JC Jane, I just think it's just she's just not hitting the right stuff. All right, we have 18 minutes together. If there's anything you want to talk about, anything at all, it doesn't have to be wrestling. If you want to vent about something, if you just want to chat, we got 18 more minutes to hang out, and then our Tuesday night is gone for good. I got a lot of stuff to look up, though. Thank you all for the recommendations on stuff. Thank you all for just joining me in general. Again, this doesn't come on here on the West Coast for another like hour and a half or so. Drew Dempsey, you can see so much of his dad in him, which is fine. Drew Gulak, doing something and something not 24/7-ish. So I'm good with Drew Gulak here. No scripts tonight. No scripts. What a crime. I don't know how I'm going to report this back to Eric. There's no scripts on tonight. Wes Lee, who knew? Losing your tag partner. It doesn't feel like the best thing for you, but career-wise, it wound up being. I can see him going for any title, any mid-card title right off the bat. Picture in picture. Again, if there's anything you want to talk about, hit up the comments. I have 5 more trivia questions. I did like that Axiom trivia package. I do think the comic book thing works. I think they really need to figure out how to do it for his entrance. His entrance should look like the Marvel opening logo and a cross between maybe the DC one, just from not playing favorites. But how they're doing it now with like the weird Speed Force walking, it doesn't really work. Five more questions. Thank you all for joining. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, become a member of this great community. Love this community. Don't Just love chatting. Just love doing this. No Rampage stream this Friday. Going to go to Attack of the Dock premiere. If you got any questions about G4 or anything, let me know. I can hit them up at there's a Q&A afterwards. So Chris Gore's going to be doing that. And then hopefully we'll get some people from G4 in some capacity and do something on the show with them. Anyone familiar with G4? Anyone like really watch G4 Attack of the Show? Let me know. I'm excited to go. I'm excited to see this documentary. Yeah, I used to watch it. It was on like I think 4 days a week, maybe 5. But I used to watch it every day after work. Chime. I don't know why Chime seems like it's a scam, but again, watching it on the app, USA app here, you do not have picture-in-picture. So if there's any action going on, let us know in the comments below. And I got 5 more questions. Let's get to it now since it's a commercial break. 5 more questions. Let's have some fun with some trivia. This is more pop culture coming up. Oh, we have the power to race one of the OVW graduation crew. Lesnar, you know I'm picking Cena. Let us know in the comments who you're going to pick. Lesnar, Cena, Orton, and Batista. Who would you remove from history and create another career for him? Oh, I would eliminate Cena. And if this guy just gets all about trash bags, he can drive around my neighborhood once a week and pick up my trash, which I'm not going to tie. So every time he tries to pick it up, it just all falls on the ground. And he's just like, oh, I got to pick this up with my chrome egg face in my hands. Oh, banana peels. And like that's what I would pick. Let us know in the comments what you would do, who you would pick, and what career you would give them. Nice question, Fat Laces. Lesnar. What would you have Lesnar do outside of wrestling? 5 more questions. Who is the champ? We might have multiple champs tonight. Triple H has 1 point. Mr. All Power has 3. Real Kings has 5 points. What if Lesnar never debuted in WWE first and he was just known as the guy that came from UFC? It was college first, right? It was college wrestler and then WWE and then UFC. What would he have done if he just went from college wrestler, though? Would he have waited like 20 years and became all elite? If they're out there, if they're watching, Eric Knock, what do you think of that question? 1 OVW graduate. Like that's you mess with so many other people's careers, like Edge especially, Kurt Angle's, anyone that needed to come up, John Cena, they would have benefited. So again, Cena cleaning up my trash that I by the way, I run very warm water in the night before to make sure it's all soaking. And again, I do not tie my trash up at night. For Cena to come by once a week and grab my trash. Didn't he he must have played some football. Because you're right, I've seen pictures of that. He was on one of the Madden games. Because remember when he tried out for the Vikings, and he got cut, but it was when the game was pretty much set. All right, let's get into our last 5 questions of trivia. We have 11 minutes together on this beautiful Tuesday. I cannot wait. The rest of the week is going to be in the upper 70s. Evil Knievel Booka. All right. 5 questions. All right. I got it. Here we go. There we go. Round 3. Are we ready? Let's go. Talked about McDonald's earlier, about the rebranding and the Hamburglar coming back. How much was a McDonald's hamburger in the 1980s? I do believe the screenshot of their menu I have is from the early 80s. Give me a guess on how much you think a McDonald's hamburger is in the 1980s. Boy, you could see the S there if that duck wasn't on the screen. 50 cents, Mr. All Power. 50 cents. There you go. Look at that menu. Look at that menu. How cheap everything was. The cone, 35 cents. That's the McDonald's in Beverly Hills here, Fat Laces. Again, I haven't gone to McDonald's in a while, but like 3 or 4 years ago, I think maybe more than that. It was before that. When I first moved to LA, I just wanted something cheap for lunch, so I got an extra value meal at McDonald's. 16 and some change. Damn near $20 for an extra value meal. Man, right on the spot with cheese, an extra 8 cents. You'd argue that Brock is the only one that has had 2 Hall of Fame. Yeah. I'll say Shawn Michaels, I guess, wrestling wise. Filet-O-Fish. I think all these items are still on the well, one day only. I would love that. I'm trying to do the math here. 8 cents for cheese from a cheeseburger to a hamburger. And a quarter pounder maybe is too. Okay. All right, next question here. The McLean Deluxe. That's classic, Fat Laces. I do remember that. And then it was advertised like, that is it. Wes Lee got it. Next question. Betty Gilpin from Glow has a new show coming out this week. What is it called? It is on Peacock. There have been advertisements for it throughout NXT tonight. If you have not watched Glow on Netflix, if Netflix is going to be getting the password sharing gone by summertime, please watch Glow. Two on one. What's a famous fast food place today that you would have loved to try when they first opened? I would love to have tried. I don't know. I'd love to try Taco Bell when it first opened. Bat laces. There it is. Mrs. Davis. The A and the I are lit up, so you know she's AI. I've been happy with Peacock stuff. The one with Natasha Lyonne. The one where she can like. Oh, Tony D is on here. What movie accurate 80s prop is Spirit Halloween Store releasing this year? It's from a very good movie from the 80s. I do believe it's 84, maybe. I'm going to give it an episode. Yeah. It's getting there, man. Peacock at least keeps their movies. They have a good movie library. Their TV shows are pretty damn good. It's got Below Deck. All right, Tony D, Stacks, talking some smack here. There's still 7 minutes. We have the Waller effect coming up. HBO Max, man, that thing is just $20 a month for 4K and like all the bells and whistles. I'm not paying $20 a month for that. A trunk match coming up. What movie accurate 80s prop is Spirit Halloween Store releasing this year? It is part of a costume in total. Think of famous movies. One's more of a comedy, not Gremlins. McWay. We think about Grayson Waller drinking. I think it's disgusting. Disgusting. Not Mogwai or Stripe. So it is part of a costume. So you can dress like one of these characters. You can dress like one of these characters. You can buy the outfit, but now they're releasing something that these characters have on them. Not Leprechaun. You can get the Beach Cruiser. A movie accurate Beach Cruiser. It is from 1984, 85. I cannot remember the year. Fats as hell, no. Not Goonies. Getting closer, getting closer. There is a direct sequel. There is a sequel coming out for the undirect kind of sequel. For a guaranteed win, no, again, I'd rather be a jobber. I'm good. I'm not nah, feet aren't for me, man. I'm sorry. Like maybe Tiffany Stratton's because I know she takes care of her shit and she gets like mani-pedis all the time. I bet Grayson Waller does too, though. So I guess it's the same thing. What movie accurate 80s prop is Spirit selling? They have these out there. You can buy them. The size is always off. The things aren't on there. Like it is in the movie, not Terminator, after Terminator Part 1, not Back to the Future, I think a year before Back to the Future. Again, it is a big movie like those, so you're on the right track. We got this question and two more. There's a reboot of this movie that happened maybe about 5 years ago or more. There was a cartoon of this on Saturday mornings. There are 4 of these characters. Oh, not Transformers. I love that Transformers movie, the animated one. That's so good. I cried in the theater as a kid, but I won't say why. It is a comedy. There we go. All right. We got there. We got there, pal aces. We got there. The proton packs. These are the most accurate proton packs ever made. Look at these things. I'm excited. I'm not going to go as a Ghostbuster because too many people do, but. All right. Netflix is ending what longtime feature / service? Something that they're doing. I'll give you a hint. It is not password sharing. Just announced. I forgot they even did this. It is not password sharing, but what is Netflix ending? What are they going to stop doing? I know they're not going to stop making cheap shit. We're almost back. We have the Grayson Waller effect coming up. What is Netflix going to stop doing? Something I totally forgot that they did. Bad Bunny. Commercial promoting Backlash on right now. Netflix is ending what long-time feature / service? Answer the question. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Random Wednesday. Make sure you hit subscribe and the bell icon so you know when we're just jumping online. If you remember stuff that Netflix used to do, it is something along those lines. Oh, did NXT end? Did it end early? Okay, it ended early. My bad. Well, we got 2 more trivia questions. We'll hang out for a couple more minutes, and then we'll bid our adieus. If there's anything else you want to talk about, let us know. Obafemi next week. NXT's still on. All right. Spring breaking next week, Tuesday. Let me know if you're ready. Fat Laces, you got it. They're done doing it. Didn't even know they still did it. Nice job. Final question. Super Mario Brothers Peaches hit the Billboard Hot 100 charts at what number? It is above, I'll even give you, it's not even above 50, it's above 60, and it's between 60. It's not in the 90s either. It's above 60 and under 90. I never used it. I know people who have, but the trunk match, Pretty Deadly versus D'Angelo and Stacks. That could be fun. His gimmick matches are pretty fun. All right, the Grayson Waller effect is happening. If you do have a chance, if you have your phone out, if you can watch him on Instagram, they do pretty cool things, and they did a lot of cool things during the White Rabbit stuff, especially when he was feuding with Gacy. So if you do watch Grayson Waller on Instagram, they do know what they're doing with that. It is actually pretty smart, and it's not just a gimmick, but I mean it's really cool. Peaches from the Super Mario Brothers movie hit the charts. What number? It's above 60. It's below 90. It's between 60 and 90. Higher number. I don't want to say higher in the charts. This one might be tough. I don't know. They could bring in Wart from part 2. 71. We'll just do closest without going over. Fat Laces, I'll give that one to you because others can be here. Number 83. Not too shabby. Number 83 on the charts. So good on Jack Black in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Let me know if you saw it. Knock liked it. And now we're here. Carmelo Hayes comes out with Trick Williams. All right. They are. I haven't even listened to it yet. I do like how into everything Jack Black is, though. All right. We have a three-way tie. Three-way tie tonight for the champ. 3 people won tonight. Real Kings, Mr. All Power, and Fat Laces. It is a three-way tie. 3 on a special 2-hour Tuesday stream. Thanks for joining, everyone. The Waller effect right now. Millions of peaches for free. Fat Laces with it. I wasn't the biggest Tenacious D fan. I don't know why. It just didn't hit me. Tenacious D. They're just more fun. Thanks, Mr. All Power. We'll see you next stream too. Great having everyone here. We got a few more minutes. Any questions, anything you want to talk about, feel free. Grayson Waller has to be called up because his last feud was ripping on how crappy NXT and Shawn Michaels are. Oh, Fat Laces, I can't wait. If you have any questions, let me know. There's a Q&A. If you have any G4 questions, let me know. I can't think of any questions. So if you have any, let me know if you have any G4 or Attack of the Show questions. I'm talking about his him gimmick. Him, I kind of like that. It's kind of like a 316 kind of thing. It's nice and simple. It's him. Fat Laces, I have a special Attack of the Show shirt, hopefully coming tomorrow. And we're hopefully going to do something on the show with that, the Attack of the documentary about Attack of the Show. I'm going to do the premiere, have some fun, do the Q&A, meet some people, do the red carpet, do all that, have fun, be in the moment, film some stuff, but then come back, regroup, and get some people on the horn to do something here on the channel. Grayson Waller even prompting Trick versus Mello. Trick's not having it. Yeah, we all knew he's going to do this. Whoop that Trick chance. You talking about stealing gimmicks? Okay. Is Grayson Waller a good enough heel for the main roster? A lot of people, we talked about the draft earlier. Do you think he should get called up? Do you think he's good enough for that? And in my opinion, you do not put him on the same show as The Miz. That's something you can do a year after people get to know Grayson Waller on the main roster. We all know who people are on NXT in the main roster. Look at the ratings. Other people don't. It's just different. like a million plus more people watch Raw than NXT, and then another like 1.5 million plus watch SmackDown. This is kind of a fun build for the match. It is a few weeks in between Stand and Deliver. Skinny jeans. I'm sorry. I can never wear skinny jeans, just not like a fashion thing. Just it's called leg day. Okay. Oh, okay. A little Hurt Business rib right there, carrying Omos's bags. That's what he'd be doing too. All right, going back and forth on how each would be treated on the main roster. They should do a comparison. Tricks versus Grayson's followers. You. We know who walked out with this tonight. Real Kings, Mr. All Power, and Fat Laces. Thank you for partaking. Everyone for partaking. Everyone. Shoes and the power lines. All right. Looks like that's what we're going home with. The shoe is up. The belt is up. NXT on Tuesday night here is up. Spring break-in next week. All right. That is it. Thank you all for joining. Everyone, Fat Laces, thank you for your segment that you pitched. Noob, thank you for your segment that you pitched. Just love the viewers, love the community. Anything that you want in the channel, let us know. Not that we can just do anything, but we like to have fun. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, be a part of this community. Hit that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. YouTube's algorithm is so messed up. It really helps out. And tell your friends. It's a big community. We love having you. Eric, Knock, and myself should be back on Sunday for the show, 4 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. Again, it's live. Your questions, your thoughts, your opinions on the week in wrestling and any other topics that we talk about. But again, no Rampage stream because I'll be attending Attack of the Dock this Friday and be getting some stuff back to the station with you. Thank you all for joining on a Tuesday. I had a lot of fun for 2 hours. Haven't really done 2 hours in a long time. But yeah, let's see if we can go out with some music or if my... Yeah, we're rocking and rolling at the end. All right, for West Coast Popcast, my name is Zach. For Eric and Knock, thanks for being a part of our community. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure to check out our back catalog and comment if you're not watching live. We comment to every single person because we love talking to everyone about whatever we're talking about. So that is all, folks. My name is Zach. Have a great rest of your week. Be excellent to each other. Take care.